Right, today we're going to be talking about Zendikar Rising, I guess. I know I already did a video on this, but we're going to talk more in detail and also about the, what's it called? Commander Collection Green? And the Premium Commander Collection Green. Talk a little bit about that. Also, we just know a bit more about the Zendikar now. Obviously, when we did it before, pretty much all we knew was basically I spent that video talking about set boosters. We did a little bit of talk about that in the end, but we'll sort of talk about what I think for the future of Zendikar, for how this set's going to do, and so on. So, if you just want the simple answer, yes, I think this set's going to do pretty well. Anyways, obviously, everything could be likely to change. Not likely, it's the word. Everything could be susceptible to change, that's the word. Everything could be susceptible to change, so everything could change from now because we don't know everything yet, but from what we know, this is what I'm going to predict for now. Okay, so anyways, we'll just talk about some of the cards in it. So we've got, well, one thing is the rumour there's going to be fetch lands in the ancillary slot in the collector boosters. So if this is true, obviously the collector boosters will probably sell pretty well, but they've always sold pretty well, to be honest. Especially our core collector boosters. Everyone wanted them. Because of Godzilla cards, just the comic book artwork. Oh my. Alright. So we have them. Fetch lands and the collector boosters. So that's going to make this set really good if that does it. So it's going to be a popular set, good set. And in a couple of years' time, I guess it's going to be the newest set where you can get fetch lands from if you want to crack packs. So it will be like the set which people will buy if they want to try and get fetch lands from packs, which is probably just better to buy them. But people will probably do that. So there we have it. So obviously it was Khan's, and I think it was in Fate Reforged as well before. Unfortunately, Dragons didn't have it in, so that set kind of did. So yeah, we have the fetch lands in it, so that's gonna make it good. Another thing we have, which is gonna make the set, which leads me to say that the set's gonna be good, is of course the set boosters. Brand new thing, everyone's gonna want to try it at least at the start, even if it is bad. People are still gonna want to try it. They're still gonna get it. But I seriously doubt it's gonna be bad, as it's not the same as a draft. It's actually for sort of collecting, I guess. So it's got the signed new golden cards. Also, I heard the other day that there's going to be Etched Foiling. I don't know if this is going to be Zendikar set boosters or collectors. I don't know if it's going to be in Zendikar or it's going to be in future sets, but apparently we're going to have Etched Foiling in Magic. So that's kind of like, yeah, it's a new type of foiling which doesn't really curl and it looks nicer. But they're still going to have regular foiling, I think, because it's more expensive. Obviously, so they're going to make it more like a rare thing. You can get this Etched Foiling. They're probably going to put it in set boosters. I reckon they'll probably do Etched as the signature ones. Maybe. Anyways, continuing on from this. Also, the cards in the set. We know we're also going to get like sort of reprint cards in the set boosters as well, which is going to also make the set good. Also, some of the cards coming. I know from the sort of the spoiler hint thingies, don't normally look at, but I saw them by accident. It's looking good. There's some interesting cards coming up. Also, it's Zendikar, and they're not having Eldrazi, I don't think. It's going to be like standard, traditional Zendikar, which everyone wants. So that is going to be another good thing, which people will want, because everyone loves Zendikar. Also, we know some Planeswalkers coming out. People are going to want them. They look pretty good. So good Planeswalkers. Also, Land Cycle. So previously I thought they wouldn't have fetch lands as its mains in Land Cycle, which obviously it isn't, we know now. But I did think that they were going to have a new Land Cycle which was going to like sort of be up there with the shock lands and the fetch lands. But we don't have that. Well, because the rumour is that they're going to be kind of like the Kamigawa lands where you can choose what it wants to be as it comes in. So pretty decent, but obviously not. Could be better, But it's going to be interesting. It's better than Scrylands and whatnot, so it is a good land cycle. when a set has a good land cycle, that's normally a good sign, because land means quite a lot in Magic. That's a fact, proven from the Taco industry of research for Magic the Gathering. Okay, so we have that, the land cycle, the new land cycle, which is coming out in Zendikar, is looking to be good. Okay, any other signs just tell us it's going to be good. So the Planeswalkers are coming. I guess the story, it could be a good story. So obviously Zendikar, we got Jace, Nahiri. I reckon the story, especially since we've had a bunch of bad stories recently. Like, not many people like Theros because it didn't have like an actual story to it. It's weird. Ikoria had it wasn't very good. It wasn't the best story. It was alright, and the cards and the book sort of didn't go with each other. It was a bit weird. So this could have a good story though. So it can bring all the MTG lore fans over to buy this set. Anyways, that's pretty much the indications that this set's going to be good. Also, the fact that Wizards, just on a record, they have just been pumping out great sets. I mean, we've had Ikoria, Core 2021, Double Masters, no one's talking about Jumpstart. That sort of just came and went. I remember it was popular for probably literally a couple of days, and then people sort of forgot about it. Very weird, that product. Yeah, it's weird how no one talks about it though. It sort of came at the same time as Core 2021, and people sort of went to Core 2021 instead of Jumpstart, and it was all so that's a weird product. We have to do a video on that. We'll do a video on Jumpstart. So anyways, they've been doing good products recently. So we've had Ikoria, Theros. Honestly, I don't think Theros was that bad. Maybe the value's not all there, but financially, and it's printed to oblivion. I think some people were saying a lot of product out there, and I should apply, especially in the collector boosters. I mean, they're sitting at 170 still, lowest. Obviously, I saw some guy, some clown maybe you can say, trying to sell Theros collector booster for $290. What? Who's gonna buy that when there's literally one selling for 170? Ridiculous. Also the regular ones, the value just got destroyed in the regular boosters. But it wasn't a bad set, you gotta admit. It had the gods, they were decent, had some cool stuff. Also, what was before that? Throne. Throne was a flipping great set. Throne was a very good set, some good stuff in. And obviously we had Ikoria, amazing set, obviously stands out. That's what also stands out of everything, especially with the collector Godzilla cards, everything, all that. And that's sort of why Theros sort of seems a bad set, because it came sandwiched between Throne and Ikoria, which were two just phenomenal sets, amazing. And then the Theros was a good set. It would be better than your sort of average set, which I don't know. Let's say average set is a Kaladesh, but Kaladesh was actually pretty good. I don't know, just a standard sort of sequel RTR, the sort of return to Zendikar, return to Innistrad sets. That's a sort of average. Well, some of them are good. I guess, say average set is a sequel set. So obviously you have Kaladesh and Aether Revolt is the sequel, because the sequel ones always never sell as well. Because obviously everyone's because normally it's on a new plane, so you have oh, Kaladesh, awesome, new plane, everyone buys it. And it's oh, Aether Revolt, yeah, it's already been out now, it's a bit boring. Same with obviously Amonkhet and Hour of Devastator Wallet. Ammon Kitty Cat among the truckers. And then we had Ixalan and Rivals of Ixalan Weenie. Yeah. All that stuff. Anyway, so that was about it. And then obviously we had Core 2021, which was also a good set. Very good set. Obviously sort of came and went with Jumpstart in there as well, and then Double Master just sort of came and everyone forgot about Core 2021. But it still was a phenomenal set. We had Oogie, Gloom for Oogie. We had loads of Planeswalkers, brilliant stuff. Dr. T, Mr. T. Mother Trucker, Dr. Bazri, Ketamine, all that stuff. Right. So we had all these good sets. So I mean, if you take it into calculation, all those good sets leading up to Zendikar, it's going to be a good set. And that's all we'll talk about. Oh, I just remembered. I was supposed to talk about the flipping. I just spent this whole 10 minutes talking about just Zendikar in general. I should have talked about the premium product. Alright, let's talk about that premium Commander Collection green, whatever it is. So, obviously that, it's kind of like a secret layer product. Because, in a way. Because obviously only WPN stores can get it. And only WPN premium stores can get like, the premium foil edition. So, and it's only like, I think, if you're a big store, you get like 8. Maybe more, but I think if you're a small store, you're not going to get much. I saw somewhere that it's like 8 for stores. They only get 8 copies. So in a big place, that's not going to be very much for people. And they have to be WPN, which some people aren't, obviously, because they just don't find it good enough these days to be worth being WPN. Anyway, so this product though, I think it's good. Decent, got some good cards, but investability, I wouldn't say it's investable. Like, sure, you buy it now, whatever the price is, don't know, probably like 80 of the regular, 150-ish for the foil. I have no idea on the prices yet, but let's say you buy it now, couple, like 3 years time, whatever, you can probably get a return on it, decent return, but investable. Well, there's sort of two reasons why it's investable. Not investable. One is that it's like sort of basically just singles. There's no randomness to it. And so those singles get reprinted at any time and it gets demolished. Right? Just get absolutely demolished if those singles get reprinted a lot. A whole product's just destroyed. Even with the exclusive artwork and whatnot, destroyed. Is it even exclusive artwork? Have they even said that? They probably have, but if they reprint it with the same artwork, that would just demolish it. No. So, anyways, even with the exquisite, the artwork and everything, they would just get absolutely demolished if they reprinted them. So that's why it's not really investable. Also, another thing is, because it's just single cards, and it's modern single cards, long term, like, to be investable, it has to, you know, I guess, consistently, you know, get you sort of consistently go up in value every sort of year. It has to consistently be going up in value. Whereas with single cards like that, it's very volatile. So I personally wouldn't invest in it. I probably wouldn't even buy it because it's going to be a pain to get anyways. So they're not really investable. Also, the other reason is that sort of, this doesn't have to be, but to sort of be investable, you want to be able to have like a sort of position in it. You don't want to just buy sort of one. It's not really like, you know, get a 20% return in like 3 years, whatever, maybe more. If you're lucky, 20% return in 3 years on this sort of, for like secret layers and whatnot. If you're lucky, you get a good return in like 3 years, but I mean, from one, like a couple hundred, maybe even like, if the Fetch Lands one did well, which it didn't, even if it did, like, that's like the most expensive secret layer, I think. Even then, you probably, if you managed to get a return on that 28%, what? It's like, you paid like 200 quid for it, or whatever, and you got like a return, 20% return, you're going to be getting, you know, 40 net $40. And even with shipping and fees and whatnot, that's probably like $30 from, so you want to be able to have a position in. But obviously that's not the case for everything, because you'd have things like a Alpha 10 Black Lotus, which I don't think anyone owns, but there are some in the market. I'm not sure I've seen anyone who has it's actually PSA. I've seen BGS 95 Alpha Lotuses, but no PSAs. So that, you only have one of them, obviously, and it would consistently go up, but that's very high value, so it's sort of different. Anyway, so with singles though, as I said before, stick to reserve list if you're going singles. Maybe some graded alpha singles, which aren't reserve list, but maybe some beta ones if they're high value. But yeah, basically just stick to RL. The RL if you're going for singles. So I wouldn't invest in this product. If you want to buy it for the cards, go for it. But yeah, that's basically all I'm going to say. Hope you enjoyed, learned something. Have a good day. See ya.